7 Days to Die is a game I've played a lot, and it doesn't deserve it. Before I waste any more of your time, if you can't stand janky games or fiddly menus, then don't bother with 7 Days to Die. You're not gonna like it. If you think you can get past that, then carry on and let's find out if it's worth playing. 7 Days to Die has two options when starting. Either spawn into a randomly generated map, or use the preset world created by the developers. Do not use the randomly generated map. It doesn't work. The entire map will be empty. You'll be walking forever trying to find anything that looks like it's worth looting. Only ever use the preset world. Right, so once you've spawned, you'll have to work through a small checklist of typical survival tasks. Get wood, craft an axe, make some clothes, etc, etc. From there, the game really does leave you to your own devices. Through the day, you'll explore, scavenge and build, and at night, you'll hide from the now much faster and much stronger undead. My first experience with 7 Days was way back in 2013. After messing around through most of the day trying to figure out the mechanics and learning how to navigate the honestly incredibly bad menus, we decided to make our base at a small cabin in the woods. Once night fell, we realised we weren't ready. Quickly leaping up into the wood beams that supported our house, we looked down at the horde below. A swarm of zombies running around in circles and screaming. We'd done it. We'd beaten the game on our very first night. Nothing could touch us. Then the house collapsed. Very quickly, we learned that this game was going to be ruthless. So we set to work, scavenging, looting, and crafting, but mostly hiding. Every night we set up our defences, and every night the zombies would smash them down again. This would go on and on until eventually we'd built up our base so much that we were genuinely invincible. For us, this marked the endgame for 7 Days to Die. But instead of calling it at that, we decided to start again. This time with a new survival technique. After we'd mastered that, we started again, and then again. And now I can honestly say that I've spent way too much time playing this game. Was it worth it? I'm gonna say yes. But it wasn't easy. 7 Days to Die is janky. So unbelievably janky. And that, coupled with poor UI and a lot of bugs, makes 7 Days a chore to play at times. The combat, if you can even call it that, consists of hitting a zombie while they hit you back until one of you dies. Meaning you'll be doing a lot of running backwards and forwards while clonking zombies on the head. As for the long range combat, there's a handful of guns like a pistol, a hunting rifle, and a rocket launcher. But primarily, because of the limited ammo in the early portion of a game, you'll be using a bow and arrow. Which, when considering the melee combat, fires exactly as you'd expect. Crafting in 7 Days will take up about half of your playtime, so it's lucky there's a lot to be crafted. At least it would be lucky if 70% of it wasn't useless. Although, the feeling of putting up wooden boards over all the windows and placing spike traps all around your base never really gets old. Okay, it does eventually get old, but it takes a while. 7 Days to Die is rough around all of its edges. Not a single aspect of this game is smooth. But if you can see past that, then there's a lot of fun to be had here. And as usual, that fun is tripled if you're playing with friends. Should you play it? This is something I would rarely say, But if you're intending to play this on an Xbox or a PS4, then no. Unless you really love this kind of game. Not long ago, at the end of 2018, 7 Days to Die's console publisher Telltale Games started liquidating its assets. This led developer The Fun Pimps to terminate the contract with Telltale. Since then, the Fun Pimps have been quite candid on the state of the Xbox and PS4 versions of the game, saying, "The Fun Pimps are a PC game developer and publisher. We do not have the resources or expertise to do ports or updates to the console." So yeah, 7 Days enjoyed plenty of updates over the years, but for console players, that's at an end. Anyone buying 7 Days to Die on a console is buying the finished product. All that means is, if you're looking to play 7 Days on a console, then consider the game's current state before spending the money. That being said, the PC version still has plenty of updates lined up in its future, so if that's your platform of choice, then I'd cautiously recommend you play it. Hey guys, hope you're all doing okay. I'm fine. Well, I'm trapped in a house surrounded by zombies, and I'm pretty sure the only thing that can save me is you clicking the like button, but if you don't want to, I understand, that's fine. Although if you do have any recommendations for games that I can play before the undead break in and eat my brains, that would be good too. Cheers.